So I'm still occasionally seeing people throw around terms like Pure ECS and Hybrid ECS, even though these terms aren't exactly relevant anymore. So in today's video, I'd just like to give a little bit of insight into where these terms originated from and hope to give some clarity about some of the high-level DOTS terminology that we're using today. So that kind of leads me into how I want to preface this video. And basically, I just want to start by saying, I'm recording this video in March of 2021. So it's very possible that in the future, even the near future, some of these things could be changing. Maybe these terms become relevant again. And this really applies to all videos about Unity's DOTS and ECS because these things are still in the experimental preview phases right now. It means that they're not only subject to, but even extremely likely to change within the near future. So just keep in mind that DOTS and ECS are not quite finalized yet. So basically anything that I could be saying in today's video could be irrelevant within a few months. Anyways, before we get further in the video, I'd just like to say if you do find today's video helpful, I'd really appreciate if you hit that like button. Also feel free to subscribe to the channel for lots more videos about Unity's data-oriented technology stack and their entity component system. Of course, if you do have any questions for me or suggestions for future videos, or if you think I'm wrong about Hybrid ECS, definitely leave those all down in the comments section below. So anyways, as far as terminology goes, let's kind of start at the top for any people who aren't, totally familiar with Unity's DOTS and ECS. So DOTS, of course, stands for the Data-Oriented Technology Stack, and it really just encompasses a bunch of different things and features coming to the Unity game engine. So ECS is one of them. It also includes things like the hybrid renderer, the burst compiler, the new Unity physics engine, as well as the Havix physics engine. So these are all part of Unity's Data-Oriented Technology Stack. Now, at the core of this is the Entity Component System, or ECS. And pretty much all these things like the hybrid renderer, burst compiler, the new Unity physics, and all this, they basically talk with ECS. So that's kind of where a little bit of the confusion between DOTS and ECS comes in. I think a lot of people kind of interchange these. I've definitely done this myself, where people kind of interchange the words or the terms DOTS and ECS. And that's really because ECS is kind of the core and everything talks through that. So ECS, of course, is the entity component system where we logically separate out entities, components, and systems. I'll link to a couple more videos if you want to learn more about kind of the high-level theory behind ECS. Now, drilling down further into ECS, back in the early days of Unity's entity component system, kind of in the 2018 timeframe, there were two different ways of implementing ECS, which were through Pure ECS and Hybrid ECS. Now, Pure ECS was basically a way that you would create entities and create components and then add those components to the entities, basically all through code. And, it was a little bit cumbersome, of course, because this was the early days of the entity component system, and there were even less things than there are now. So there was no physics system or anything like that. If you wanted to implement your own, you could do that, but there wasn't any kind of built-in Unity physics just quite yet. And because Pure ECS was lacking so many features, they created something known as Hybrid ECS. And Hybrid ECS was kind of a way to bridge the traditional Unity mono-behavior programming with the new, Pure ECS model. And forgive me if I'm a bit off on some of the details because this Pure and Hybrid ECS was kind of before my experience with the Unity's entity component system. But basically with Hybrid ECS, you could still use traditional mono behaviors and all the, cool stuff that we're used to in Unity. And then you'd use these things called bootstrappers, and this would allow you to basically have those components talk to things within the ECS world. Now, it was quite cumbersome because you'd have all these bootstrapper scripts, and there would be just a bunch of extra fluff on top of all the stuff that you already had. But it was a way to basically get the result of kind of bridging in some of those features from traditional Unity over to the ECS world. And as Unity's updated the entity component system over the years, they've stepped away from these terms Pure and Hybrid ECS. Now, what we have today is slightly different than these Pure and Hybrid ECS models that I talked about. So you still can create entities and add components through them through code, sort of similar to how I defined Pure ECS a little bit ago in this video. But the thing they've added in since then as the, sort of, replacement to Hybrid ECS is the conversion workflow. Now, the conversion workflow basically works by, on the components that you create, you basically put an attribute that says generate authoring component, and then this allows you to drag these struct components onto your game objects, and then when you actually run your game, these will be converted through a conversion process, and then it will create your entity with all the necessary components. Now, there's only certain things built into Unity that will actually go through this conversion process, like transforms and rigid bodies. So not like, everything is going to be transferred to its ECS equivalent, because oftentimes that ECS equivalent doesn't exactly exist. And then so a lot of times you're going to end up having to fake the behavior of some of these things that don't exist yet, where you kind of sync up an ECS entity with a traditional Unity game object. So now the difference between Hybrid ECS and the conversion workflow is that Hybrid ECS was kind of a different thing than Pure ECS, in that you went through a different process and things were treated just a little bit differently. Whereas with the conversion workflow, you're basically, taking the game object and you're using the components on there to author ECS components. So once the conversion process is complete, you end up with essentially the same result that you would have if you were to just create the things using Pure ECS, Pure ECS, and coding it yourself. And so I think some of the confusion behind the term Hybrid ECS comes from the fact that the conversion workflow is sort of like a combination between the old and the new, the traditional way of adding mono behaviors to game objects, and then the kind of new world of ECS where you're adding components to entities. And so for a lot of people, the term hybrid kind of makes sense. And if you do go look up the definition of Hybrid ECS online, it seems kind of like what you're looking for. But that can kind of lead you down the complete wrong path, because, a lot of the stuff that people talk about when they're talking about Hybrid ECS that you'll find from, forum posts from many years ago are, far from relevant. I mean, go look up some of the stuff and it is completely different than the way of programming with ECS now. Again, there were all sorts of these like bootstrapper things that made you like do these weird connections between mono behaviors and entities. It was really strange stuff. So again, with this video, I just kind of wanted to clear up some of the confusion behind the terminology of Pure and Hybrid ECS. And again, I don't blame anyone for using these terminology. Like, it kind of makes sense. Pure ECS is you manually coding everything, the entities, components, and systems. Whereas Hybrid ECS, you're kind of doing like a hybrid approach. You're still building things within the Unity editor, and those are being converted over to entities. So it kind of makes sense. And for that reason, I really just hope that we don't see this pattern kind of emerge again. I think that there are some terminology within the dots and ECS world that may end up being changed at some point, and probably should end up being changed at some point. And I worry that Unity may be putting themselves in a weird position where they might be, stuck with some certain terminology that people have been used to using for a couple of years now. And then if they go and change that, there are going to be problems when you're searching for answers online, or there are going to be some terms like Hybrid ECS that kind of seem to stick around even though it's not exactly relevant anymore. So anyways, that's just about all I have to say in today's video. I'd really like to hear all your thoughts and opinions regarding the terminology around Unity's dots and ECS, especially when it comes to Pure and Hybrid ECS. And let me know if you think there's any other terminology that could kind of be confusing in the whole dots and ECS world that you'd maybe like me to clarify in a future video. Anyways, I hope you did enjoy today's video and you found it helpful. If you did, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button. Also, feel free to subscribe to the channel for lots more videos about Unity's entity and component system and their data-oriented technology stack. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.